1 second here. Gotta make sure everything is well listed. Good morning, class. Since we can't be together this semester, I thought I'd do my presentation in VR, so I hope you don't mind. And well, to be honest with you, it's not that much different. I can't see my face or, my legs or, well, any of me, and I guess that makes this useless. So, VR, virtual reality. If you're familiar, it's most likely from its commercial use in video games, Oculus Rift and these non-stop commercials. You might have even had a VR experience yourself. They've got them now in museums, at arcades, and even down by the boardwalk. So, what is VR? What's its history, and where's it going? Virtual reality is a term given to the concept of exploring a simulated environment different from the real world, typically through means of an external headset. While the concept of experiencing a world different than our own has been around for centuries, the first VR headset is thought to be the Sword of Damocles, created in the mid-1960s. While its graphics were primitive for us, the headset was quite advanced for its time. In the 70s, VR was primarily utilized for scientific research, interacting with computer modeling and training for medical, flight, and military fields. The term virtual reality itself wasn't popularized until the 80s, when it saw use by Jared Lehner, a modern pioneer of the field and inventor of many VR devices, including the Data Glove. This was later licensed to a company, Mattel, which then created the Power Glove. VR's application to video gaming, such as with the Power Glove, is how VR gained recognition and commercial popularity with the general public. You see, by the 90s, standalone VR attractions popped up around the world. VR headsets from various game companies started making their way into households. And the most talked about of these today is Nintendo's Virtual Boy, which was not even a wearable headset. It launched with such immersive titles such as Mario Tennis and Galactic Pinball. It was a commercial flop. I mean, look at these graphics. So Nintendo ultimately ceased production and game development after just 1 year on the market and 22 games released. Some say the Virtual Boy killed the cool factor of virtual reality. As such, the only interesting development in VR in the 2000s was the introduction of Google Street View and stereoscopic 3D mode. Still the most mainstream use of VR. The first Oculus Rift prototype was created in 2010 by Palmer Luckey. Oculus Rift was first demoed publicly in 2012 at a video game convention. The company was then purchased by Facebook in 2014 for about $3 billion. Competition arose, such as the HTC Vive, a collaboration between game development company Valve and electronics manufacturer HTC. Similarly, Sony launched Project Morpheus/PlayStation VR, a headset exclusively for the company's own PS4 console. Google released Google Cardboard, a DIY headset users could plug into their phones for a cheap, mobile VR experience. Other manufacturers have made similarly cheap VR headsets for use with cell phones, such as the one I'm wearing now. As you can see, there was a big boom of commercial VR products in the mid-2010s. By 2016, at least 230 different companies had VR projects in development, although not all were commercial headsets. Just last year, Oculus released its newest headset, the Oculus Quest 2. The headset addressed many of the issues more casual users had with prior VR technology, such as its high price point and the difficulty in setting up a space for VR. Notably, the base model Quest retails for only $300, requires no wires or lightbox setup, and can be used independently of a PC. The Quest released just in time for Rona season. As you can imagine, there's been an even bigger demand than normal over the past year or so to escape from the real world. Quest's cost effectiveness and ease of use has allowed more people than ever to discover VR. And with this boom in VR sales, it is projected that by 2027, the global VR market will grow to $62.1 billion. For reference, the entire video game industry grossed just under $180 billion last year. And there are, of course, applications of VR beyond just video games. While our thoughts of VR tend to focus on other forms of entertainment such as film or amusement park rides, VR is also utilized for exposure therapy, Alzheimer's rehabilitation, engineering modeling, and training simulation for pilots, astronauts, surgeons, and many others. But VR isn't entirely positive, of course. There are health concerns, ranging from eye fatigue, headaches, and motion sickness, developing into furniture, all the way up to seizures and epilepsy. While those cases are few and far between, there are currently discussions about the implications of VR use on childhood development. Studies are ongoing, but the general concern is that giving children who are less able to differentiate between fiction and reality access to VR can lead to increased dangerous behaviors in the real world as children try to replicate what they've seen and experienced in virtual reality. So VR is a powerful tool that will only continue to improve technologically, and spread commercially. So thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Are there any questions? And if you have them, please speak up. I can't see you. All right, that was pretty good. Come on, that's pretty good. I like that.